Story time. He was very handsome, and all the ladies that looked at him fell in love. The guy that was walking him was okay. Story time. It was clear that a romance was blossoming between them. No! A romance lasting a lifetime. Story time. She stared at the gown and thought, yes, this is something my husband would wear. Story time. Little did this gumdrop know they would soon grow up to be a mighty princess.
I know.
Story time. The young man sat there drinking his grape juice.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
I am a
No.
god, Brandon. You will bend to my will! Story time. They enjoyed sleep so much, they often took naps in the street and could not get back up. Story time. In every group of friends, there's the dumb one.
Really?
Story time. After months of research, she concluded that in 50 years, all men would be extinct. Story time. He looked out of the field of beheaded warriors, and in his hands he held the head of the Pumpkin King. He had won. Story time. She had no clue she was about to run into a bridge that was nowhere near.
What would you say?
Story time. With that curl, he knew he was now ready to beat up that kid Jimmy at school for stealing his milk.
Stupid Jimmy.
Story time. They were having a lovely time, and then all of a sudden a duck flew above them, and it was beautiful and majestic. Story time. One of these men forgot to check their flies. That man was me. These three were fine. Story time. On this blessed day, the two proclaimed their love. Oh, shoot, you guys okay? Story time. Of all the works of art in this room, she was the loveliest. Story time. She had been waiting her whole life for someone to sweep her off her feet. And can you feel? Story time. It's been years, but their quest to spot the booty has remained fruitless.
Found it.
Story time. To test their love, she decided to use her scary face. Oh. Story time. With this final bag, she had completely disposed of the body.
Blow my cover.
Story time. He ripped into the bagel ravenously as if tearing into the carcass of a dead gazelle.
Dude.
Story time. At last, the hero arrived to deliver peace and joy to this dark world. I have to pay him. I am so sorry. Story time. No matter how fast he ran, he could not escape the demon, but he would not let his soul be taken today. Story time. The man was about to step on a snake! On a snake! But he missed it. Story time.
What I gotta figure.
How does it feel for the narrator to become the narrated?
Very awkward.